Alright, enough with the tigers. Let's get back to some more orthodox animal people and take a look at this replay featuring the Beastmen, submitted by Inkars on Discord. He's up against Ash. Ash, of course, playing Beastmen. Inkars playing Kislev. Let's take a look at the Kislev build here. Ostankia leading the way, extra stanky. We got front line of Kislev warriors, like some winged lancers mixed in here as well. 3 of them. Whole bunch of Kossars, including some spears for a huge bow line, and that's basically it. And not too much else going on. Nice wide stack of Kislev here. Griffin Legion actually in the center. Okay, so got some more quality cavalry there. As for the Beastmen, we've got a bunch of Bestigor herds up front. Bestigor herds back them up. Quite a high charge, high armor piercing attack to develop here. We got some Pestigors out on the flanks. And Centigors with great weapons, along with some regular Centigors. Yep. More over here on the side, and that's pretty much it. Let's get things rolling. Yeah, Blue Reach River map will allow the Beastmen plenty of woods to advance part of their forces up. Sons of Goros, Regiment of Renown, very cool choice. We're going to see some Flock of Doom unleashed on Kislev's left here as the Beastmen rush in. Let's keep a wide view and watch how this cavalry engagement happens, because this will largely not determine completely the outcome of the game, but it's going to be pretty huge. Right off the bat, Beastmen with a nice advantage. Inkars gets caught flat-footed here. Winged Lancer's going to get charged by the Sons of Goros. The Centigors also clean charge with the Kossar spears. Wrong directions. They didn't get the right direction in from their perspective. They did not get subjected to that charge. Deflection, anti-large bonus. Cool. But in response, this Centigor gets caught flat-footed by the Winged Lancers, will get summarily crushed. In the front line, let's take a look up close as Kislev's backline defends itself. Centigors, or the Bestigors rather, should be absolutely mauling these Kislev warriors in the front line. Maybe some archers dumping in their arrows might swing one of the fights. Yet looked like they were able to do so in the center, but it is quite an expensive unit though. Bestigor herds just be clubbing through a Kislev warrior. Not exactly crazy cost effective right now, but let's see if they can mow through them and more. But Centigors also eventually, despite that flat-footed charge, able to win out against those Winged Lancers just through superior numbers. One Winged Lancer still alive over here. The Griffin Legion also holding on with By Our Blood and allowing the archers to get some key damage here to these Centigors. Looks like the other Winged Lancer will arrive and spring the Griffin Legion loose, although the bows might have actually done it before they even got there. Regardless, Kislev Cavalry will be able to start to roll up here. Successful in that engagement, but more Centigors lurking over here and here, so let's see how they respond. Beastmen infantry actually running out of steam somewhat, but they did win a few key engagements here. Let's see if those Bestigor herds can effectively follow up and charge on into the next unit. While here, yeah, Winged Lancers gonna get the Eviling Foe, so they get absolutely crushed very, very decisively by Centigors. Of course, then move on to a much more challenging opponent. Maybe they wanted the the Eviling Foe on the Griffin Legion for them, because they are quite a strong opponent, but it's like they might actually go down here as well, although it is quite a bloody trade for those Centigors. Yeah, Bestigors lurking, still quite healthy. We've got a couple of units now getting on to last line of defense for Kislev. Ostankia running like wild, using maybe some quick screws for sure, but haven't really been paying too much attention to her magic casts, but overall, yeah, Bestigors are surging right now. Kislev looks to be in a little bit of trouble, but Ostankia can defeat the enemy in mobility. She has a pretty good anti-infantry capability, can definitely cut through these Bestigors. But Centigor's looking pretty weak right now, but still quite dangerous, obviously, with perfect vigor in the late game. Nice rear charge here on these Kossars, fighting Malagor. Gor himself, Pro Man. Lots of value from that Block of Doom, no doubt. Not a crazy amount so far, but still, plenty of targets left. Nice hit from Ostankia on a friendly target. Actually, forces those Kossars into by our blood. The nasty Flock of Doom. There's the Witch Brew. Okay, so she is casting it on friendlies to get that healing and the vigor refresh of the Witch Broth. Ugh. So that doesn't sound appetizing at all. I didn't know that contact effect existed, and I feel a little gross about it. Anyway. Comment down below if you got to this point what you think Ostanki's broth would be. Anyway. Yeah, Kossars holding the line. Kislev Warriors move in as well. Gonna get rear charged by Malagor, but Hot Bombs being dropped by Ostankia. He's getting relatively close to being out of ammunition, but Beastmen are also relatively close to being out of Vestigors and Pestigors and everything else. Last charge here from the Thors and from the Pentagors. And they'll get the proper Witch Brew, which just poisons them. Does a little bit of damage, enough to break their spirits. And indeed, Beastmen largely facing army loss as well, not fully in terms of balance of power, but their entire army is just broken. Other than Malagor here, who might hang on for some time. But, oh no, it looks like we got some Pestigors coming back there. One Pestigor herd here getting shattered by Ostankia. Imagine army losses will probably trigger relatively soon once the units actually start to shatter. But sterling defense, I have to say, from Inkars. Very well played to Ash as well on that attack. Looks like he looked like he might have had it for a moment, but ultimately, yeah, Kislev just able to make a little bit of a difference in damage dealt to the enemy army. Those cavalry alive in the late game, to a degree. But Ostankia also, like I said, with the enemy mobility neutralized, she can run around as a proper chariot lord and really just mess up lots of infantry. But let's see, this Pestigor not going quietly. They've just come in and broke a couple of very tattered Kislev units. They've got maybe enough in the tank to actually battle the Kossars here. But let's see, once Ostankia, oh yeah, brutal charge straight through the Pestigors. Nice Witch Brew as well. All within range for the Kossars to continue shooting. Pestigor's low armor definitely gets punished by. Block of Doom, though, from Malagor, and he might actually break what's left of these Kossars. It might come down to just literally Malagor. Oh, nope. Looks like Ash threw in the towel. I'm going to say, if it's Malagor versus Ostankia, I don't think Malagor, well, and a couple of bows. Fair. I don't think Malagor got that, but yeah. Inkars ultimately just clutching it out with Ostankia there. And, I mean, a lot of units are going to pay for themselves. A couple of the Kossars, or the Kislev Warriors, pretty cost-effective. Most of the Kossars also cost-effective here. I mean, you take enough of them that there's just such a high volume of shooting. Have to take a long time kind of apart, and in the process take a lot of damage. Ultimately, Ash just kind of got ground down here. Pretty strong build, though, from the Beastmen, I have to say. A lot of striking mobility here, a lot of offensive infantry. Not really any fat on the build or fluff. It's just all meant to get in there and mess some people up, so almost ended up working out pretty well. But yeah, just a massive stack of archers from Inkars. Very threatening, very hard to deal with, especially when well cavalry. Ostankia, which able to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification, if that even matters anymore. I don't really think it does. But anyway, thank you for your support over all these years, and we'll continue to bring you some more Total War Warhammer content. Keep it right here. We'll see you next time.